Well, Nebraska's struggles continue to get even worse as the Huskers dropped an 8th straight game in a blowout loss at Iowa on Saturday night. And this one kind of ranks up there as maybe one of the worst of the season. Now, Nebraska's obviously gone through some tough defeats over the course of this season, but this one, it got really, really bad. In fact, it was the largest deficit, 38 points in the second half at one point, the largest deficit Nebraska has faced all season. And this is a season where they've had 7 20-point deficits over the course of this year. So while things have been bad, this was the worst, and a lot of it had to do with once again this team completely falling apart in the second half. Now, Iowa jumped all over them out of the gates. They were 15-2 to start the game. They were hitting everything offensively, and Nebraska couldn't buy a bucket, and it was an absolute worst-case scenario for how the game opened. But to their credit, there's the next 8 minutes where they were able to fight back and keep it at least a single-digit game before C.J. Frederick hit that prayer three-pointer at the end of the first half to send it into halftime up 11. But when the second half opened, once again, Iowa came out firing and Nebraska quit. That was basically what it came down to once again. You go back to the Penn State game, it was the same situation where the game was at least relatively manageable at the break, and then for whatever reason the second half comes, that first bit of adversity hits, and Nebraska falls apart. Same story, and the frustration continues to mount for Fred Hoiberg, and the fact that he doesn't know what more buttons he can push to get 40 minutes of fight and inspired play out of his team to stay competitive, especially against top Big Ten competition like number 17 Iowa. And until that happens, this is going to be the result Nebraska will get. There's a team right now that is going to be shorthanded most every game they play, especially when they put forth that type of effort that they did in the second half against Iowa. So, kind of the same story, but a new low point in a season that has been forgettable to say the least. For HuskerOnline.com, I'm Robin Washut.